Today I'm hemming a pair of pants that are way too long. I have marked the desired length by folding up the excess fabric and pinning it with safety pins. So next step is to press down the excess fabric. Then I will get a straight line, like a crease that will show where the finished hem is going to be. So that will be very helpful in marking in the hem. Great, that crease looks just perfect, and this will make my marking process much easier to do. So I use my wooden tailor's ruler and white tailor's chalk to mark in the new hemline. So the first line is the crease line, that is the finished hemline. And the next step is to measure the existing hem and copy that measurement to the new hem, like the wideness of the hem. So I'm copying that and then draw the line, because that will be my guiding line for sewing later on. And I will do the same thing on both legs, but first I'm gonna mark just this one so you can see the whole process from A to Z. Following step is the seam allowance, and I'm gonna leave about ½ an inch for the seam allowance. This will be the extra fabric that I'm gonna fold in when I will be finishing up the stitch. So it will be double folded. Okay, next step is to cut off the excess fabric. Once I cut off the excess fabric, I am left with raw edge, and that edge later on I'm gonna fold that in. But before that, I'm gonna move on to the other leg to mark in the fitting. So I'm gonna do exactly the same. I'm gonna copy the measurements that I just did on the other leg. As you can see, I mark both legs separately, and the reason why, it's because sometimes legs are uneven and then each leg must be fitted separately. So the desired length, it might be different for one leg than the other. If your legs are even, you can copy the measurements from one leg to the other. So you don't have to mark each leg separately. Be careful when you're trimming off the excess fabric, just to make sure you're not gonna cut any holes in your pants. In this following step, I will be shaping the new hem. And I start by folding in the seam allowance, and then I'm gonna double fold it the wideness of the hem. This way I will hide the raw edge of the fabric, the raw edge of the hem, inside that fold, so it will stay secure and it will not fray. To hold the hem in place, I use my straight sewing pins temporarily, and I insert each pin on one side of the seam. So I start with the inseam, and then out seam, and then the front and the back of the pins. Okay, very good. That looks just awesome. These pants fabric, it's a little bit thicker, something similar to the jeans fabric. As you can see me inserting the straight pins, it's a little bit hard. So that means for the sewing machine, I will be required to have a denim sewing needle. Match the sewing thread with the existing color of the thread that the hem was stitched with. If you don't have the same color or anything similar, go with the neutral color. That's the best option. Okay, great. I am almost finished with this hem, and I will be stitching with the straight stitch, also known as running stitch. And as you saw me, I started the stitch with the back stitch, and then I finished it also with the back stitch, just to make sure the stitch will stay secured and then the hem will not undo itself. And final step is to press down the hem, double check if the hem looks the way you wanted it to be. Make sure there are no old threads hanging. trim any leftover thread. And that's it. Double check the hem, and I think looks awesome. It looks really good, really nice. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more content. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.